emails. Tells you he works at XYZ. He did this XYZ all these years. You make it very clear you're not looking for a relationship with someone who's married, with someone who has kids. It's your first relationship. You've never slept with anybody. You've never dated anybody. You're naive. Yes. But you're still a fucking human being. Y'all would cry more about $500 that got stolen from you than someone going so far to violate a person in the most intimate ways for their own selfish gain, is what you've proven today. You all will laugh at a woman's trauma. You all will tell her it's not valid. You all will tell her in one breath that because it didn't involve force and it didn't involve violence, that it's not SA. But then acknowledge that if someone slips something in your drink and take every ability for you to willingly consent to being in their bed, that's grape. But because they did everything but slip something in a drink to make you want to be there, it's not right. You're allowed to define my experience. You're allowed to say that my therapist needs her license taken away because she helped me understand what happened to me. You're allowed to invalidate the 5 years where I wanted to take my own life. By your own standards, just because a woman says no, but a man continues to do it and they don't exert force, it's not willingly assault. That person didn't fight back. They didn't hurt you. They didn't use excessive force. So by law, by the laws you all outline, it's not real assault. Catfishing is having fun with somebody online pretending you're someone you're not. SA by identity fraud is violating somebody in the most intimate ways possible and taking away every ounce of power that person had to consent. Y'all want to talk about legal definitions? You forgot, despite what your friend Ratina says, I do understand DV and SA. So, and that all y'all sit on this internet and scream, I need to learn how to please and you want to fuck. It's the only reason I'm still here. But per your own words, it was my fault and I was asking for it. Bria, what was the term you wanted me to look up again? But when did you all ask Rivka to recount every single thing that she went through? And when Rivka discusses her situation, when do you sit there and tell her because she hasn't given you enough information that she was just catfished or invalid? The act of using pressure, alcohol, rugs, or force to have contact with someone against her or his own will. It's persistent attempts to have contact with someone who has already refused. The second that I said I wouldn't sleep with someone who was married or had children, I refused that person. There's a couple definitions of it. It depends on who you go to. Rain's gonna say it a little differently. But, so I do have a question. Since someone realizes they're in a DV situation and they try to leave, but they go back, does that mean they were asking for it? And that they weren't DV'd because they were there? Oh, sorry. Because that's another question to ask. Oh, look who it is. Let's let her prove herself.
Hey, I just want to go back over that night. That was with Miss Unknown. It started out to be a conversation, and it wasn't about Petty. It wasn't even about you. But when you were streaming us, it was like, what the hell? Why are you streaming us? This isn't about Petty, because we honestly think everything you do is about him. All roads lead back to him. And when I said that night, my husband had been working out of town, and it was time for me to get off the internet and take care of my husband. That meant it's time for me to go make sure he's got supper, everything's fine. How was your day? It was a long day. That conversation ended. I did not mean anything sexual by that.
You absolutely said, Mallory, you should go learn what that means.
That's right. Take care, get off the internet and take care of your husband. That's exactly what I meant. You can ask anybody. You can go back and look at everything I've ever posted. That doesn't mean anything sexual. That just means having a respectful relationship with my husband, not being on the internet the whole time he's home. The next day, you came on and you listened to what I said, and you said, oh, okay, my husband lets me have full autonomy. So I thought this was squashed. I had no idea.
To that in real time.
Huh?
I listened to that in real time. You invalidated me in real time.
I promise you, I had no ill intent. I was mad because you were streaming us because it had nothing to do with him. It was all about Bougie and Sassy and all that bunch. But it was not anything to do with what you took it as. And I apologize if I made you feel that way. I sincerely do. I don't sit online all the time, all day long. And every time I get on here, you are. I just feel like things could be a little different. That's on me, not on you. You handle your house the way you want to. I handle mine the way I want to. But my statement was not to put you down in a sexual manner or hold your SA against you or however you thought it was. And I just wanted you to know that, and I wanted your people to know that. And I honestly, I pray, I'm a praying person. I pray that you can go on and go back to what you used to do and get off this petty stuff. I wish everybody could just close it down and be done with it.
Maybe he needs to be honest about what he did to his child then.
But you know what, Mallory? That's on him and the good Lord. It's not on me.
No,
it's not on you.
Everybody that he's made think his son is a pedophile.
And just like you said, it's on him. Well, what is it the right for you to telling someone to get off the internet and go spend time with their husband?
Oh, sorry, hold on.
Same thing, though. You can't tell someone what they need to do, and then when someone else redirects it back at someone else, you be like, well, that's on them, though, or this is my house and that's your house. That makes no sense. You contradicted yourself all the way through what you were saying.
No, be true to you, I didn't. I said I hope and I wish that it would all be done.
You contradicted yourself all the way through. It's okay.
You really did, though. Mallory, can you
multiple
check
times.
IG, please?
Okay, my conversation was with her. I just wanted you to know that.
I'm
If I
jumping
made
down.
you feel that way,
Okay,
I am sorry.
someone's talking, so if you could please not interrupt them. Thank you.
Mallory, can you check IG, please?
I don't know which part I'm supposed to be checking.
Okay,
Let's
Mallory,
see
I
it
just
all.
wanted to tell you that.
Oh, Snark, since you're in here, did you or did you not say that SA isn't valid unless it's by force?
He did.
Hold on.
Girls, I feel the same way. I don't feel bad for Mallory. She won't get help. She's a narcissist. She won't get help. Nothing can help her. And she does like the attention, bad or good. But I just came up here to say, we all have our demons. I mean, we all have been through. I remember his room. I remember the drum set. I remember the tackle box. I remember everything he did to me from 8 years old to 10. And I'm over it. I mean, I decided, you know, he ruined those few years of my life. I'm not going to let him ruin my life, thinking back on it. But it's a completely different situation, Mallory. Come on. But the way I got back to mine is when I came back to my hometown. They have a connect page for the whole town. And I seen him post on there, and I wrote underneath, I could destroy you right now. And the whole page disappeared.
Was that okay? So that was Llama who
Exposure for
said
me.
that the whole thing.
But
Can
I
you
want to
wait?
say one thing, and I mean this 100%, hand the Bible. Mallory, I live 35 minutes from you. I'm not talking about going real life on you and coming to your house. I'm talking about making flyers about you, driving to your little town, and start posting it all over town and let those people know to be sure and watch you try to destroy people all day long. I mean, if I had a quarter every time she said Pastor Petty, I'd be rich. Like, get over him. We all have our past. Why is she what's her point? What is she trying to prove? I don't get it. It's like getting on here talking about one person all day long and their past and what they did. What is your point, Mallory? What are you trying to get through to everybody? Everybody knows our past. Everybody knows what we've talked about. It's the past. So I'm telling you, Mallory, and any of you, please DM me. If she is, because I've got her blocked and everything. I just see the clips. But if she continues, I'm going. It's 35-minute drive. I will go to over here to, it's not called Kinko's anymore, but I will get flyers made up and I will put that you're a cyber bully and that you're destroying people's lives and that you're putting people's past out there. And I will hang them all over town, Mallory. So I'm warning you. I am warning. I'm 35 minutes from you. Do not think I will not do this. Hand to Bible. And Jesus will hold my purse while I do it. So I'm telling you, quit. Just stop. You're so mean. You're so narcissistic. That video of her husband saying, cleaning the fridge out, you think this is good anymore? And her sitting there on her phone. I don't know. Kind of has a smell to it. Maybe. Just, I mean, that poor guy is so trauma bonded. It's crazy. He's stuck with her. But, yeah, Mallory, we're sick of your shit, and you found somebody that lives close to you, and I just listen every day and watch the clips, and I'm like, I'm done with it.
Why don't you come on up, thug nurse? You're
And
such
I know
a
people
thug.
there,
Why
too.
don't you
I'll go
come
in
up and talk
businesses
to me?
and tell them, you lost your job because you were talking and you were making fun of her.
No, I
You were
wasn't.
talking about her OCD and how funny
She
it was to
didn't
watch
have
her.
OCD, you dumbass.
And I don't think that it's real funny to her.
Is she really a nurse? Does anyone want to let me know? Because I'm willing to bet I know a hospital within an hour range. I will message every fucking one of them.
Yes, she is, Mallory.
She's got her face on there too. Honey bunches, you shouldn't be messing with me if I'm such a bad fucking person saying you're 35 minutes away. I know every fucking hospital. You know how I know them? Because my mom was a nurse. Be the fuck ready.
You lost your job, and if you keep up, you're not going to find a job there, because I'm going to go in every business and put flyers up and warn them that if you hire this woman, all your business will be on TikTok.
Can I just step in and say something real quick?
Yeah.
I know that you're upset with her, and I know that we all are desperate to get her to move on and focus on other things. But I really agree with Common Cousins, is that, you know, you can't stoop down to that level.
Queen, I can't handle her talking about him.
But that's real life, and then you're just as bad as she is.
I've never
Just
gone
like when
real
Casey came out
life.
and said he had posted.
Hey, just so we're clear, I've never fucking gone real life, you dumbass bitches. Prove where I've ever gone real life. Queen.
You actually tell us not to do that as well, so...
Samantha in her hometown, that's real life. Like,
Yeah, see, I wouldn't do that. I'm not
But
going
it's
to
the
pop. I'm not
same.
going to go to her house. I'm not going
Yes,
to.
bitch, you would have
Just
given out enough
destroys
information
people.
to know so people could look her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't do that. I know you're upset. I know that our feelings run high for people on this, but I'm not going to, at least I'm going to try to convince you. Don't stoop like that, because then you're no better than she is.
Really? I really want to do it, Queen.
I know, but don't. You got to hold your head up high and be better than that. And
Do
don't that
it,
to
and
her.
I will message
as much as
every
her and I butt
fucking
heads,
hospital
you know, for
within
people
an
to call cops on
hour
her
radius
and show
of
up at her
this
door.
town.
See, I wouldn't do that.
You want to be hired again, motherfucker?
TikTok and just try to destroy
Every
a man.
hospital,
Over
every
and
doctor's
over and
office,
over
and I will let
and
them
over.
know how you fucking lied,
I'm really
and you
glad
came
you
on
said
this
the
app and
thing
you made
because
threats
I'm
like
sorry,
this.
Thug Nurse, but the entire time.
Because what person is going to want you as their nurse after you sat online with your whole ass face and you did this?
Being to go to people's towns does not look good being a nurse at all anyways, just saying.
Also, I want to remind you that you're doing this as the people you're sitting with are.
You smile whenever you're sad.
If you're doing that to people, what are you gonna do to me?
Well, that's what I'm scared when my parents get older. I will never put them in a nursing home. I will take care of them myself if I have to, because I've seen how